Okay guys, this is Miss Clevenger again. For part 3 of our CBA review, we're going to look at the whole back of the front page. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at this question right here. It says, which model and expression? So remember, they not only want the expression, but they want the model. So which model and expression are equivalent to the expression 2 times 4 plus x? Now remember that equivalent means equal. So I'm looking for the one that is equal to this first one, to the expression 2 times 4 plus x. Well, remember the distributive property tells me that I need to go fishing. So 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times x is 2x. So the first thing I can look at is the expression. Well, guys, there's only one of these expressions that equals 8 plus 2x. So I would assume that A is going to be my answer, but let's go ahead and model what this is going to look like. Well, this means that I have 8 boxes and I have 2 bars. Now, it does not matter which direction the bars are facing, but this is 2 bars and 8 boxes. This is 8 boxes and 2 bars, so A does have to be my answer. So there were 2 ways that we could solve that one. We could solve it algebraically, or we could solve it with the model. And if you think about it, this says 2 groups of 4 plus x. Well, this is 4 plus x, and I needed 2 of them, so 2 times 4 plus x, and that's where the model came from. When I look at number 14, it says which number sentence is true? And what this is saying is, if you remember, I know that we've talked about that x is never going to be the multiplication sign because it looks like an x, and it literally looks like an x here, but what this is saying is 5 times 7 plus 2. And if you go fishing, what would you do? Well, our expanded form would be 5 times 7 plus 5 times 2, which means that A is probably going to be our answer, but we're going to look. And remember, we get the plus sign because they were adding in here. All of our first expressions are the same, so we're just looking for the one that matches what we just did. We know that this isn't multiplication because this is addition, so this can't be our answer. When we distribute, we don't add, we multiply, so this is not our answer. And the same thing here. When we distribute, we multiply and not add, so D cannot be our answer, so that means A has to be our answer. And then when I look at number 16, it says using the commutative property of addition, what is the missing expression? Well, if you remember, commutative property means I can switch the order. So if I switch the order, 7 plus 11 could also be written as 11 plus 7. They are not looking for the answer, they are looking for an other expression. And then when I look at my last question, it says which expression is equivalent to 5y plus 7? Remember that this represents the distributive property, so I have to go fishing. We multiply when we fish, so we go 5 times y is 5y. 5 times 7 is 35. So you should look for your answer that says 5 times y plus 35. So B is my answer. I hope this helped, and stay tuned for video number 4.